Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and the Restless official 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Claire entices Noah to dig for information. General Hospital's on-screen chemistry is back? Claire Newman might try to help Nick Newman find the truth by luring Detective Burrow for information about Noah Newman. Will Claire end up in greater danger than she anticipated when she travels to Los Angeles? Although Claire hasn't met Noah yet, Victoria Newman claims that she is well-versed in him. Since the Newmans managed to accept and forgive Claire despite all the mayhem she caused for Jordan, family has grown to be very important to her. Given that she was schooled by a skilled manipulator and could now use her previous skills to support the Newman clan, Claire finds herself in an intriguing situation. Given that Claire is also in Los Angeles, she may easily become more embroiled in the Noah situation. This is particularly significant given that Claire's plot with Holden Novak is already interacting with Sienna Bacall. Sienna obviously knows Noah because she has been phoning his phone, which has her contact information saved on it, and Holden knows her from his stay in Los Angeles. Michael Mealer's character Kyle Abbott will observe Holden and Sienna having an eerie conversation during the week of October 20th to 24th. Claire may question Holden in an attempt to understand what's happening when Kyle alerts her to the strange situation. Claire may finally recognize the Sienna-Noah connection and agree that they must find the truth about this when she visits the hospital and receives updates from Nick. Claire may have an intriguing angle to work from because Detective Burrow has raised suspicions in the minds of Nick and Sharon Newman. What happens if Claire makes the decision to try seduction on her own? Based on his dubious phone contact, Claire may employ her former skills at manipulation to try to fool Detective Burrow, who may not even be a legitimate detective. Maybe Claire might approach Burrow and try to get him so inebriated that he would reveal something. Given that Erin and Cohen's prior characters were paired on General Hospital, it would be worth a try and maybe a fun opportunity for the program to rediscover their on-screen chemistry. Whatever the situation, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Claire might find herself in jeopardy after becoming embroiled in all of the Noah turmoil, so stay tuned for any shocking updates. A new wave of intrigue is sweeping through Genoa City and Los Angeles as The Young and the Restless gears up for another crossover-style storyline that's bound to keep fans glued to their screens. This time, it's Claire Grace Newman stepping into dangerous waters, using her cunning past and charm to unravel a growing mystery that could expose shocking truths about Noah Newman's life and the mysterious forces surrounding him. But as she gets pulled deeper into this tangled web, one burning question emerges. Will Claire's bold decision to seduce Detective Burrow for information lead her closer to the truth, or right into a trap she can't escape? And could this risky mission reignite the unforgettable on-screen chemistry that fans once adored on General Hospital between their previous alter egos, Erin and Cohen? Claire Newman's transformation, from manipulator to protector. Claire Grace Newman has come a long way from the days when she was tangled in Jordan's manipulative schemes. Once the pawn of a master deceiver, she's now fighting to prove herself as a loyal member of the Newman family. Victoria and Nikki have both learned to see past her dark history, welcoming her with tentative trust and hope. For Claire, that forgiveness changed everything. It gave her something she never had before, family. That's why when Nick Newman begins to spiral with worry over his son Noah's situation in Los Angeles, Claire can't just stand by. Noah's disappearance, or at least his strange, evasive behavior, has everyone on edge. Calls have gone unanswered, stories aren't lining up, and there's talk of him being caught up in something dangerous. The Newmans suspect corruption and cover-ups, and the name Detective Burrow keeps surfacing. Despite never having met Noah face-to-face, Claire feels an instinctive pull to help him. He's family, she tells Victoria. And I won't let what happened to me happen to him. Victoria hesitates. Claire, this isn't your fight. But Claire's eyes harden with quiet determination. It is now. She knows this won't be easy, but she also knows she has one unique advantage, her ability to play the game of manipulation better than anyone. After all, she learned from one of the best. A trip to Los Angeles. When Claire boards the Newman jet for Los Angeles, the city skyline greets her like a warning, bright, glittering, and full of secrets. She checks into the same luxury hotel where Holden Novak and Sienna Bacall have recently been spotted. It doesn't take long for her to notice something off. Sienna's name keeps popping up in unexpected places, most notably, on Noah's call log. Her number is saved under a cryptic label that reads Bluebird, and the messages between them suggest a complicated, perhaps romantic, connection. Even stranger, Holden Novak seems to know Sienna from his own time in LA, and their eerie late-night meeting has already caught Kyle Abbott's attention. Kyle calls Claire as soon as he spots them. "You won't believe who I just saw," he says, voice low. Holden Novak, sitting with a woman who matches Sienna Bacall's description. And they looked tense. Like they were talking about something they shouldn't. Claire furrows her brow. "What kind of tense?" "The kind that gets people killed," Kyle replies grimly. That's all Claire needs to hear. "Thanks, Kyle. Leave it to me." Now, armed with fragments of a mystery and a dangerous determination, Claire sets out to discover how Sienna, Holden, and Noah are connected, and whether Detective Burrow is protecting them or working against them. The seduction of Detective Burrow. Detective Burrow isn't an easy man to read. Suave, confident, and a little too charming for a man of the law, he's the kind of cop who smiles while keeping his secrets buried deep. Nick and Sharon both have their doubts about him, especially after learning that some of his case reports don't add up. There's a growing sense that Burrow might not even be a legitimate detective, or at least, not one working entirely above board. When Claire first meets him at a downtown Los Angeles bar, she knows she's dealing with someone dangerous. Burrow spots her from across the room, his eyes narrowing slightly as if he recognizes her type immediately. She approaches the bar and orders a drink, her posture confident, her voice smooth as silk. "Detective Burrow," she says, flashing him a knowing smile. "I hear you're the man to talk to if someone's looking for the truth about a Newman." Burrow tilts his head. "And you are?" "Claire. Claire Grace Newman." She lets her name hang in the air just long enough for it to land. His smirk widens. "Ah, the infamous Claire. The one with the headlines, the redemption arc. You're quite the talk in Genoa City." Claire leans in closer, her tone dropping to a sultry whisper. "Then you already know I don't like being kept in the dark. Tell me what's really going on with Noah, and I'll make it worth your while." Burrow chuckles, swirling his drink. "Are you trying to bribe me, or flirt your way into classified information?" Claire's smile deepens. "Why not both?" The scene is electric, two master manipulators circling each other like predators. For longtime soap fans, the chemistry between these two actors is instantly recognizable. Erin's playful charm and Cohen's magnetic intensity mirror their old dynamic from General Hospital, reigniting that spark that once made them daytime TV's most captivating pair. As the drinks flow, Burrow begins to loosen up. Claire keeps him talking, expertly weaving between charm and curiosity. She feigns tipsiness, laughing at his jokes, letting him underestimate her. And finally, after one too many glasses of bourbon, Burrow slips. "You Newmans always think you can buy the system," he says bitterly. But Noah, he got himself into this. He was dealing with people he shouldn't have. People who don't forgive mistakes. Claire freezes. "What people?" Burrow immediately realizes his mistake and straightens up, his guard returning. "I've said too much." But Claire has what she came for, confirmation that Noah is entangled with something far more dangerous than anyone suspected. Holden, Sienna, and the web of lies. Meanwhile, Holden Novak is growing uneasy. His meeting with Sienna Bacall was supposed to stay quiet, but he can feel eyes on him, Kyle Abbott's, and now perhaps Claire's too. He calls Sienna to warn her. "They're on to us," he says sharply. Sienna exhales shakily on the other end. "What about Noah? Still missing? Or hiding?" Either way, the walls are closing in. "And if that detective cracks, we're done." Sienna's voice trembles. "You promised you'd protect me." Holden's tone softens slightly. "I will. But you need to disappear, tonight." Unbeknownst to them, Claire has been watching from a distance, noting every word, every nervous glance. When she finally confronts Holden, it's with icy precision. "What are you hiding, Holden?" she demands. He smirks. "You really want to know? Some things are better left buried." But Claire doesn't back down. "Not when my family's involved." Their exchange crackles with tension, half threat, half attraction. Holden leans closer, eyes flicking between her lips and her glare. "Careful, Claire. You might not like what you find." She glares back. "I've already lived through worse." It's clear that whatever Holden and Sienna are hiding, it ties directly to Noah, and now Claire is caught in the crossfire. The chemistry returns. Fans of both The Young and the Restless and General Hospital have been quick to notice the undeniable spark between Claire and Detective Burrow. Their flirtation-turned-interrogation scene feels like a nostalgic callback to the electric pairing Erin and Cohen once brought to life years ago. Social media buzzes with speculation that the writers intentionally crafted their dynamic to pay homage to that old chemistry. Tweets and fan posts flood in. Erin and Cohen's scenes are fire. It's like GH all over again. I'm not saying I ship Claire and Burrow, but I totally ship them. That bar scene? Pure soap gold. And indeed, it feels like daytime magic has returned, only this time, their chemistry serves a darker, more dangerous purpose. Claire's seductive manipulation isn't about romance, it's survival. The danger deepens. After the meeting, Claire returns to her hotel suite, shaken but triumphant. She calls Nick to update him. "I think Noah's in serious trouble," she says. Burrow slipped up. He mentioned someone, dangerous people Noah's gotten mixed up with. Nick's voice crackles through the line, laced with tension. "Did he say who?" "No," she admits. "But I'm going to find out." "Claire, don't push this," Nick warns. "If Burrow's crooked, he could come after you." Claire hesitates, glancing toward the window where the city lights glow below. "I can handle him." But as soon as she hangs up, her phone buzzes again, this time with a message from an unknown number. "You shouldn't have asked questions, Ms. Newman." Her blood runs cold. Someone is watching her. The trap closes. Later that night, there's a knock on Claire's door. Expecting room service, she opens it without hesitation, only to find Detective Burrow standing there, his expression unreadable. "Mind if I come in?" he asks smoothly. She forces a polite smile. "Of course. To what do I owe the pleasure?" He steps inside, his gaze scanning the room. "You were asking a lot of questions earlier. Dangerous ones." Claire crosses her arms, maintaining her composure. "I thought we were just having a friendly chat." He chuckles darkly. "You're a clever woman, Claire. Too clever for your own good." The air between them grows tense, thick with unspoken threat. For a split second, Claire wonders if she's made a fatal mistake. But before she can respond, Burrow's phone rings. He glances at the screen, his expression shifting. "We'll continue this later," he says curtly before storming out. Claire locks the door behind him, her hands trembling. She knows now that this isn't just about Noah, it's about something much bigger, something that could expose corruption at the highest levels. A dangerous alliance. By the next morning, Claire decides she can't do this alone. She reaches out to Kyle, who's still in town on business. He agrees to meet her at the cafe below her hotel. "What you're doing is insane," Kyle says when she tells him everything. "You're going up against cops, con artists, and criminals." "I'm going up against liars," she corrects him. "And I've dealt with worse." Kyle looks at her for a long moment, admiration flickering behind his concern. "You really are a Newman." "Let's hope that's enough," she replies grimly. Together, they plan their next move, to uncover exactly what Noah got himself involved in, expose Detective Burrow, and bring Holden Novak and Sienna Bacall's secrets into the light. But as they walk away, the camera pans to Burrow watching from across the street, his expression cold and calculating. He's not done with Claire, not by a long shot. the beginning of something bigger. As the week of October 20th to 24th unfolds, fans can expect the story to explode in unexpected ways. Kyle will witness Holden and Sienna's cryptic meeting firsthand. Claire will continue her dangerous dance with Burrow, risking her safety and her heart. And somewhere in Los Angeles, Noah's name will surface again, this time attached to something that could change everything. Is Noah in hiding? Or is he being protected from a secret that even the Newmans aren't ready to face? And as for Claire, her choice to use her old manipulative skills for good may blur the line between hero and deceiver once more. One thing's certain, the spark between Claire and Detective Burrow has reignited the screen, blending passion, peril, and the kind of chemistry that fans have missed for years. Stay tuned, because the deeper Claire digs, the closer she gets to a truth that could destroy her, and the Newmans, forever. Claire Newman's next move may be her most dangerous one yet, and it's one that could change everything for the Newman family. Her growing determination to uncover the truth about Noah's mysterious situation pulls her deeper into a web of secrets, lies, and emotional chaos. When Claire realizes that Nick Newman's investigation has reached a dead end, she decides to take matters into her own hands. But the question is, how far will she go? The once-redeemed Newman is about to tap into her darker instincts, using manipulation, seduction, and old tricks from her past to extract information from Detective Burrow. Yet, what she doesn't know is that this plan may awaken the very part of herself she's tried so hard to bury. The week begins with Claire pacing anxiously at Newman Media's Los Angeles office, a place she's grown to appreciate for its energy and power. She's been tasked with gathering details about Noah's attack, and though Nick has his own team working on it, he trusts Claire's instincts more than he lets on. He knows she's capable, sharp, and more dangerous than most people realize. Victoria notices her daughter's intensity and warns her not to get personally involved, but Claire insists that this is about family, and that she owes it to Noah and the Newmans to help. Beneath that conviction, however, there's something else driving her, a deep need to prove her worth, to rewrite her story in the eyes of everyone who once saw her as Jordan's puppet. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, Detective Burrow is growing increasingly suspicious himself. He's been asking questions that don't quite line up, and Sharon's maternal instincts are on high alert. Something about that man doesn't feel right, Sharon confides to Nick over the phone. He's too eager to steer the investigation, and not nearly eager enough to find the truth. Nick agrees, but his resources are stretched thin between family business and keeping his emotions in check. When Claire overhears the conversation, she gets an idea, one that could either expose Burrow's lies or destroy her hard-earned redemption. Claire reaches out to her old contact in Los Angeles, a private investigator she once met during her time under Jordan's control. Using a bit of charm, she convinces him to dig into Burrow's background, and what she discovers sends chills down her spine. Detective Burrow isn't who he claims to be. His credentials are falsified, his badge number doesn't match any current law enforcement database, and his connection to Noah's accident is deeper than anyone expected. Still, she needs proof, and for that, she'll have to get close to him. That's where her old instincts come in. Claire knows how to play a role. Jordan trained her to read people, to shift her demeanor to whatever someone needed her to be. And though she despises that part of her past, she knows it could help the Newmans now. So, she crafts a plan. She'll approach Burrow at the one place where his guard might be down, a bar near the downtown precinct, where he's known to unwind after hours. When Claire walks in that night, she's unrecognizable from the composed woman she's become. Her hair is loose, her smile practiced, her charm subtle but dangerous. She orders a drink, pretending to be a curious stranger, and it doesn't take long for Burrow to notice her. He buys her a drink, and their conversation begins harmlessly enough, small talk, light laughter, the occasional flirtatious glance. But beneath the surface, Claire is calculating every move, waiting for the right moment to steer the conversation toward Noah. Crazy night, huh? Burrow says with a grin, clearly tipsy from his own whiskey. You could say that, Claire replies smoothly. I heard about that Newman kid. Sad story. You working that case? Burrow hesitates for just a second, but that's all Claire needs. She catches it. that flicker of unease in his eyes. He's hiding something. By the time the night ends, Burrow has revealed more than he realizes, that the case has private interests, that someone up high doesn't want certain details to come out, and that Noah wasn't the target. Claire leaves the bar shaken, her heart racing. If Noah wasn't the target, then who was?